let's dismiss. Hello, everyone. Let's have a look. BW, hi. Let's see. Hey, everybody. Let me know when you can see me, hear me, all that good stuff. Hey, Devlin, K9, Cutie, how you doing? Lisa. Jackie, Valentine, good to see you. Aura's here. BW from Sacramento. Hey, K9. All right, so I'm going to take that as you guys can see me. So, all right, well, it is good to be back. I hope everyone has had a good week, although this has been a rough week in some ways. I'm sure a lot of folks, you may have heard that David Lynch passed away earlier today or late last night, one of the others. Hello, Wumbo, Books Owl, hi. And we've lost a fantasy author, Howard Andrew Jones. I mentioned that he was sick earlier at some point, brain tumor. Anyway, that claimed him late last night, so that's sad. So, been a bit of a week, but I hope that everyone else, I hope that week has been kinder to everybody. Housework over here, renovations, going a little bit bonkers, but it's taking shape. And anyway, I can't tell you how good it is to be back and see all of you. So let me just have a look right here. I'm just checking everything. Stream health, good, excellent. There we are. Analytics. Yes, excellent sentiment, K9. I agree. So, but Karen is reading for the first time again. Cool. Wrapping up that trilogy. Books Teen Owl's reading Clown in a Cornfield. How fun. How are the pups doing? They're doing really good. Again, still trying to now figure out rehoming plans and what have you. There are a couple of more rivalries that have started, which is going to kind of make it now a little bit more essential. But here's a new development. Here's a new wrinkle. We temporarily, this is going to be for maybe just about a month or two, and we know it's just about a month or two because we are already in touch with a potential family. But there's another new puppy. Okay, not one we're keeping. But this was a thing that just happened over last weekend. That would have been when it was, yeah. This fellow who lives in my area has a neighbor who is bad news. When I say bad news, I mean he's in and out of jail for this or that. And he had a couple of dogs actually, that he had been keeping in his backyard, and very much in a neglect situation. And this neighbor had been going over just to feed the dogs on his own because the guy wasn't doing it. Well, anyway, he goes over one day with his son, and his son takes a look at one of the dogs, and he says, this dog's head looks big for some reason. They thought maybe it was a snake bite or something. No, it wasn't. Turned out that this puppy was nearly a year old, but had been wearing like its puppy collar all this time and grown into it, and so it's horrifying. Like the collar was deeply embedded in her skin around her neck, and so the guy just says, "I'm taking your dog," and took the dog and had an area vet cut the collar free, and so Holly comes in that night, something, and this fella had posted some photos to her Facebook group that she's part of, which is Local Animal Rescue, and it was anyway, so I saw some of the pictures of the wound, and it was like, I just about went full John Wick on this. It was so upsetting. And I didn't even hesitate. I said, what can we do to help? So anyway, what happened was the guy brings the puppy over. Sweet little pup. Very lethargic. And the wound is horrible. Horrible, horrible. And so we're like, okay, this dog needs more care than the local, that one little vet that the guy took her to, just sort of cleaned the wound a little bit, right? But didn't really suture or staple anything, which it needed. And it was, I've heard him described as a good guy and a decent vet, but he's the kind of vet you go to in like these poor rural counties. If you're like, okay, I have $100, do what you can. Like, he's that kind of vet. But our vet is like really good, and so we're like, we need to take her in. So we did that. So beginning of this week, we took this little puppy in. Holly named her Freya. We took this little puppy in, and she got her all like sutured around one part, stapled in around another, got fully bathed, got all her labs, all her, panels done, and cleaned up, especially, and she's now, her real personality's coming out now, right? Like, she's happy, and she's playful, and we couldn't believe how high energy she was when we picked her up from the vet, because all the time, the first night that we had her and set her up in a little cage, away from all the other dogs so that they didn't bother her, she was just like, right? But she comes out of the vet and she is just bouncing off the walls. So, super adorable puppy. Yeah. So, long story short, this is all just kind of coming together. This family who is like moving to this area, and they recently lost their puppy, and the mom is like heartbroken. She was the doggy mom. Says, how do you see? I guess you see people see pictures of injured animals and are really motivated, and compassion. Their heart goes out, and so she's like, Holly gets a message and says, we've heard about this. We've seen the puppy. We're so sad. We heard that you were taking care of her. We'd like to see if we can take her. So little Freya, went from freezing to freezing cold with a neck injury in her backyard to within a week, getting all fixed up and very likely having a new family. And we've seen a picture of the family. They look like sweet people. So I think that one's a happy ending, you guys. And Freya's a very good dog, very sweet. And deserves a proper life, right? So I guess that's a happy tale for this week. I'll see about showing you guys a picture. One of the nicer pictures where you don't have to see the bad pit, but but again, that's all taken care of. And she cries a lot now and again because she kind of has to stay in her little closed-off bedroom, and she can't really mix with anyone, and so she gets a little lonely in there. We have to go in there and look after her and keep her company. But very feisty, and I think she's going to be a good dog with a happy life. So, yeah. So that's that. So I hope that that cheers you up, because it cheered me up very much. So, all right. Okay, so let's see who else has been turning up while I've been yammering on with that tail. Seems to not slip. Yeah. Hey, not slip. Good to have you, Kelswitch. Yes, I agree with that situation. So many in this area, just so many abandoned dogs, so many, all the shelters are full, people who foster just, we're tapped out, right? But this little one is going to get a home, and so hopefully the three that we still want to find good homes for can do that too. So yeah, but anyway, so, and I'm glad that we could have been part of that, So, Matthew G., how's it going? Okay, so, book stream stuff. Great to see all of you here. I am going to start reading tonight, The Way Up is Death, which looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. Angry Robot, let's see. Devlin is finishing up Coup de Grace by Sofia Ajram. Heard very good things about that. Very good things about that. So, yeah. I hope, as I said already, all of you have had a really good week. And yourselves and in your lives, things have been going well. Like I said, a little bit chaotic over here. Construction happening. One entire wall in the room that I'm using as my studio got reconstructed. And in an old house, when you reconstruct, you find out that old houses are old houses, and they sometimes have very quirky little things, like the builder's not measuring things evenly, and what have you. But we've got good people, that we're finding to come work is. So, all right. Okay. Matthew G., Rhinoceros by Terry Dowling. I know the name Terry Dowling. But I don't know that book, so anyway. Starting. Start the timer, start the timer. Start the timer. Okay. 45 minutes and counting, folks. Once again, thank all of you for being here. Wonderful to see you. And, yeah. Gotta go. Numbers are good tonight. Good to see all of you. All right, then. That's Priest of Crowns. I'll take it. Okay. Well, I'm going to shut up. Start my book. Well, thank you, Sam. Hi, Nandor. Hi, Wumbo. Yeah. It's the clear weather. No, we'll leave that up to Killswitch. There we go. Killswitch will regale us with a weekly train fact. Hey, Comrade Nerd. Wow, okay, Kill Switch is really delivering on the train facts. Wow. Oh, good choice, Nandor. I can imagine, Kill Switch. Wow, cool. Now that is a train story I could definitely like to find out more about. I mean, I would like to think that something very Lovecraftian was involved in the exploding boiler. Perhaps a dark, unnameable ritual went wrong. Or, you know, it's just a boiler being a boiler. There's always that. Hello, Emo. The Jolly Corner. Very happy to have you. There is an old photo, you know, a vintage photo from, and some of you have seen it. I know you have, where it's like the front of a massive train station or some kind of station. Like imagine something like structure like this. This will be the visual reference, and somehow like smashed out of the front of it and crunched down to the sidewalk, which is like an entire story level below, is a train engine. I guess it like overshot, or the brakes or whatever it failed to stop the train, and it went smashing through you know, the end of the tracks, and then the terminus, and then, you know, then the bricks, and then like down to the actual street. I know some of you have seen that photo. I mean, I know it's not just me hallucinating that. Can you imagine anymore? I mean, imagine being like a person walking down that sidewalk. You know, just anything more terrifying that you could ever possibly experience in your life than just narrowly having a train fall on you, an actual train. Okay, that's the Encyclopedia of Failure. Okay. Would that be like a site where you can see that photo, BW? Or, I mean, I know it's around, but maybe that would be just like an easy resource for it. Yeah. Okay, so Comrade Nerd knows what I'm talking about. I don't know off the top of my head how old that picture is, but, you know, it's very early 1900s. You know, early, so, yes. Very true. Speaking of which, well, by the way, I know that's delayed, the Discord, because of all this house stuff, so I'll maybe try to get on it this weekend, because this weekend is going to be a little bit, just as you mentioned it, K9. I mean, it's up, technically. It is just still the Space Opera September Discord, so all I have to do is just, you know, rework it, as it were. Just change some things around, reestablish it as the SFF180 Discord, and then I feel like that's a weekend thing I can do. I will have plenty of time this weekend to just make it right, so maybe that'll be a thing, and then I'll be able to announce something on Monday-ish, or something like that. Because I do feel like, oh boy, here I go again, saying the thing's going to happen, and it doesn't yet, so I'm sorry, that's just kind of... Okay, the train station was built on a hill. Okay, right. Yeah, because that would make sense for, obviously, why what happened the way it did. And I know there are many train stations also that are on differing levels and things, but, wow. Okay. Alright, well, back to the books. Sorry. I don't know, Killswitch. You can try. Okay. Okay. I'll do that also. Hello, Rainbow Knife. Well, good choice. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think they're doggos down the block. Some neighbor doggies. A yappy little puppy. Yep. It's not that it's breezy, but just keep the old back of the neck warm. Yeah, I don't get the cool red and black face paint, but I have this. Or if I grow the beard out a little bit more. A booktuber is never late nor early. He always arrives precisely when he means to. dokie. Alright. This is one of those hoods that can just be like, if I'm not careful. That is session 1, everyone. 45 minutes down, so you know the drill. Going to take 5, and then when I come back, let's do a mini mailbag. How about that? How does that sound? Before session 2 begins, alright? I think that sounds like a plan. So, gonna do it. See you in 5. Okay, I'm back. Really quickly. Ran inside. You can't see it on camera. Well, maybe you can. No, it's just out of frame. Anyway, brought in a little heater that I bought. And that'll make it a bit nicer out here. So it's not super freezing, but it's starting to get just dark enough that the cold and the hoodie alone is not enough. So let me bring it a little closer, leaning out of frame. Nice. I think that should work just fine. Let's see. It says it's on high. Oh, okay. Alright, well, that'd be perfect. Okay, so I promised you I'll just see real quick. No. Promised you a mailbag, so let's do this. Just came today, the UPS. I think last time on the stream I had a couple of Hatchet, some Orbit arcs. Orbit has been just... Hello, George. Good to see you. Orbit's been throwing a lot of books at me lately, especially print arcs. And this could be a little more of that. So I have no idea what's in this one. But you and I and all of us will find out shortly. Okay, so... Come on. These drive me crazy. You've heard me whine about these all the time. Okay, so what is the first one? Okay, so the first one of these is A Crown So Silver. The author is Lyra Celine, and I guess this is book 2 in a series called The Fair Folk. First book was A Feather So Black. Okay, so I guess I don't want to spoil much, but it is the second installment of Lyra Celine's international best-selling series. A Crown So Silver is set during a deadly trial on a mysterious snowy island ruled by a trickster king. Okay. And the prize is a chance for vengeance. Okay, so Feather So Black, and then this is Volume 2, A Crown So Silver, and this is the finished copy. It's not an arc, so very nice. Thank you for that, Orbit. Put it over here by the microphone. Ooh. And then the second one, hello. Well, I think a lot of us are waiting for this, and this is also a finished copy. It is Grave Empire by Richard Swan. Here we are. First book in the Great Silence. This is a sequel trilogy to the Empire of the Wolf trilogy. It was my full trilogy review coming very soon of that. So this is the first book in the new one. It says, blood once turned the wheels of empire, now it is money. So we are, I think, a couple hundred years on from the events in the last trilogy. And, well, it doesn't, I mean, it's got that kind of title, but I don't know that it doesn't seem too romantasy, at least not by what I judged. But anyway, here we go. Grave Empire, as you see. So, internationally best-selling author Richard Swan returns in this epic, bloodthirsty new fantasy series set in an empire undergoing an industrial revolution, where sorcery and arcane practices are outlawed, and where an ancient prophecy warns of the coming end of days. So here we go. Wow. Love to see this. It's unfortunate, though, that they're not doing these in hardcover in the States like they did his previous trilogy. That's a bit unfortunate. So, but I know a lot of folks looking forward to this, and I'm one of them. So thank you very much to the folks at Orbit. All right, then. So, well, there we go, then. That was our little mini mailbag, and a couple of very nice finished copies from the folks at Orbit. Always very happy to see those. So, way cool. Anyway, good to have you here, George. You missed some most excellent trains, but okay, back to it. It's going to be a lot nicer out here, a lot more easy to relax. Not have to do the... People have told me with this thing up, like, so one person said, not here, but this, I've been told I look like an angry hobbit. There's that one, so... But hobbits never really had beards, did they? So... It's the wrong colors, but I could be Tom Bombadil. you would not catch me dead wearing yellow boots. So there it is. Alright guys, back to session 2. And reset. Boom. 45 minutes and counting. Starting right now. Good to have you. Live streaming. Okay. I always have to make sure everything's still on. I'm always paranoid about that. But I think we're good. Okay. Alright. Yep. Oof. Oh, good Lord. George. That is, much too generous, but much appreciated all the same. So thank you all very much. Thank you, sir. Yes, the Reaper has been much too busy today, but hopefully the upcoming week will be kinder to all of us. Thank you so much. All right. Getting off to a fun start so far. I think I'm gonna. I dig the general premise, and I think it wants to capture some of that maybe kind of Squid Gamey vibe, But I still haven't gotten too far into it to absolutely confirm that yet. But I think it's going to be a very fun read. So there you are, Devlin. Alrighty then. Well, George, I hope your head's in good shape and you're able to read some tonight with us. If you are, let us know what you're reading, okay? Anyway, thanks once again, of course, for the generosity. I suspect you'll throw some choice puns our way sometime in the evening, as you do, but anyway. If I seem a little out of it and just sort of it's just the tiredness of the week is catching up to me, but that's why I need these streams to just And we've had some choice trains tonight already, so let's hope that pattern continues. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that one, K9. Oh, that little awoo? Guys, I think that was Freya. There was, because see, the bedroom that she's in is along the front of the house here. And I don't think Holly would have brought her into the front room, but that, yeah, I think that might have been her. I think that might have been her being a little talkative. But then on the other hand, we do have coyotes in this area, but I don't think that would have been a little higher pitched and a little yipe, 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 a little bit more if it had been a coyote. So I think that was Freya. So she's very talkative. She doesn't like being in the bedroom by herself, even though she has to be because she's healing, and we want to keep just the other dogs away from her on general principles. You know, don't want anybody. Although she's met one of them, but you know. So mostly when she's not playful, she's very calm and peaceful. She gets inside her crate like a good girl and just lies down. But when she gets lonely and wants company, she lets you know. Cry, cry, cry. So I'm very glad we were able to do what we did for her. So. All right, everyone. Well, that was session 2, 45 minutes. Yeah, in that last little session, we got to good and quiet and relaxed, didn't we? I feel good, tired, but it's nice to just have been able to sit and read and hang out with you guys and listen to some nice loud trains. So I know it does, doesn't it feel that way, Switch? But no, it's yeah, we're closing in on 9:30. So all right, well, let's see. Do I have any announcements before we sign off? Yeah, I'll try to go ahead and get that last little bit of what needs doing on the Discord done this weekend, and then maybe I can have an announcement for you guys Monday. And then the video that I teased last week, yeah, I hope to be able to work on that and finish that over the weekend as well, because that is going to be a very interesting video. Some people are taking it as kind of a challenge accepted kind of thing. 6 science fiction novels you will never read. And that's fine. I would love to encourage that. Between you and me, no, seriously, you'll never read them. They are very famous, non-existent, and never will exist novels. But it's interesting to read about their, their strange histories. So I'll be working on that this weekend. And yeah, good hangout as always. So always love spending time with you, everyone. Once again, George, thank you very much for your generous donation, and thank all the rest of you for your time. I know that you have many entertainment choices on your Thursday night, and I'm very glad that you have chosen to spend it with me. So, as always, great to see you, and yeah, that's all for the announcements and everything else. So thank you once again, and until I see all of you next time, snap, snap. Please stay safe and very healthy. Sleep well, everyone. Good night, and happy reading.